What's up, nerds? We're nearly a quarter way through 2025, and while we inch closer to those summer blockbusters, March is shaping up to be no slouch. Our eyes are on everything from nostalgic JRPG revivals to left-field sci-fi mysteries that can keep us glued to our screens well beyond spring break. And to our visual novel viewers, yes, we know Visual Arts Key is launching Classic Air on Steam, which is an instant pickup for fans of emotional storytelling, but in this list we wanted to shine the spotlight on 10 other standouts releasing this month. Here's what you might want to keep on your radar, whether you're in for an epic turn-based showdown or gothic-inspired action that gets your blood pumping. Now, onto the list. Anyone who has grown up with JRPGs or finds themselves looking at the best of JRPG lists will likely have come across the Suikoden series. These titles acted as a pillar during Konami's golden era, and Suikoden 1 and 2 are finally getting a remastered release, which is great considering how much these games can sell for. This release contains both Suikoden 1 and Suikoden 2, which feature upgraded artwork, refined animations, and new environmental sound effects to provide a more robust experience for returning and modern players. Further, this release adds autosave and fast-forward options for battles that feature what would make the game more accessible, but I actually never found this game to be overly challenging. Instead, gathering all the recruitable allies becomes the real meat of this adventure, enhanced by an addictive battle system that has a rather unique charm and does enough to stand out amongst other releases. If there's one game that every JRPG fan should play in their lifetime, it's one of these classics. Now, you might have more fun with Suikoden 2, but these are two timeless adventures now available for everyone. Centum is a psychological tug-of-war where the biggest mystery is whether you can trust the game's narrator. From the moment you wake up in a locked cell, the rules feel familiar: escape, solve, and progress. But that assumption crumbles quickly as Centum constantly shifts its goalposts, forcing players to question every action, hint, and choice. During gameplay, the dynamic dialogue system reacts to your choices, and it remembers them, creating an experience where your own instincts can be used against you. This unreliable, ever-changing world distinctly impacts your experience. It actively warps the gameplay, making even straightforward actions feel layered with doubt. Every interaction influences the artificial intelligence guiding the experience, leading to outcomes that shift in unexpected ways. Solving puzzles is only part of this challenge. The real question is why you're solving them at all. If you're in the mood for a mind-bending challenge that refuses to play fair, Centum should absolutely be on your radar this month. Xenoblade Chronicles X was always the outlier of the series, an ambitious, sprawling sci-fi epic that leaned harder into open-world exploration and mechs than any of its predecessors. Now, nearly a decade later, it's making its long-overdue return with a definitive release, finally giving players a chance to experience Mira in all of its remastered glory. For this release, Monolith Soft has expanded the story, tweaked the pacing, and refined the visuals to bring the game up to modern standards. The scale remains as massive as ever, and if you've never set foot in New Los Angeles before, you're in for something special. Mira is a planet filled with danger, beauty, and secrets, and Xenoblade Chronicles X makes full use of its setting by giving players complete freedom to explore. Combat offers a mix of real-time action and strategic skill usage, but the real highlight of this game are the skells, these massive, customizable mechs that transform traversal and combat into something completely unique. Very few RPGs capture a sense of scale quite like this one, and with the definitive edition's improvements, it's looking like a massive must-play for longtime fans and newcomers alike. The Atelier series has long been a staple of the JRPG genre, blending alchemy-driven crafting mechanics with character-driven storytelling. Atelier Yumia, the alchemist of memories and the envisioned land, marks a bold new step, introducing a fully open-world structure while keeping the charm that makes the series special. Yumia does encounter some pushbacks from others after alchemy is seen as a curse, but her desire to bring peace to the region with the help of some friends is what makes this adventure so endearing. Gameplay revolves around exploration, synthesis, and strategic real-time combat with the ability to craft weapons from gathered mana and deploy items freely during battle. The game's base-building system also allows players to create settlements in the wild, shaping the world as they uncover its secrets. Between its mysterious premise, fluid combat system, and expansive world, Atelier Yumia looks to be one of the most ambitious entries in the series to date. The Bleach series has had a few video game adaptations over the years, but Rebirth of Souls is really bringing it up to a new standard. Rather than just being another arena fighter, this entry is built around dramatic, high-stakes sword combat where every attack carries serious weight. With a system that allows players to unleash devastating strikes that can end fights within an instant, it captures the tension and intensity of the anime's biggest battles. The game also leans into Bleach's core themes: power, desperation, and the will to fight even when all seems lost, by letting players awaken stronger forms as fights progress. Beyond the combat, Rebirth of Souls revisits the series' most iconic moments, letting players relive Ichigo's journey from Substitute Soul Reaper to the climactic battle against Aizen. There's also a secret story mode that adds even more depth, offering new perspectives on the characters that longtime fans will appreciate. Whether you're a die-hard Bleach fan or just looking for a stylish, high-energy fighter, this one is shaping up to be something special. Dungeon Fighter Online has been a massive force in the action RPG space for years, at least in Korea and other parts of the world, but the first Berserker, Khazan, takes a step back in time, diving into the untold origins of one of its most legendary figures. Set 800 years before the main series, this hardcore action RPG explores Khazan's descent from revered general to exiled warrior, bringing his tale to life through brutal, high-impact combat. Every swing of his blade carries weight, and like any good Souls-like action game, each victory feels hard-earned, making it a true test of skill. Beyond the intense battles, Khazan's journey is one of revenge and redemption. Accused of treason and cast out by his empire, he must now reclaim his honor by uncovering the conspiracies that led to his downfall. Powered by Unreal Engine, this game's cel-shaded visuals give it to its striking, almost animated quality, blending stylized action within a richly detailed world. For those looking for an action RPG that doesn't hold back, this is one to watch. Your House blends immersive reading and interactive puzzles into a text-driven mystery game where the scariest secrets lie behind every locked door. During gameplay, you'll follow Debbie, a rebellious teenager desperate for answers after her life spirals out of control. Players catch up to her as she arrives at a mysterious mansion thanks to a cryptic invitation, only to find its halls echoing with stories that revolve around motherhood, identity, and the price of freedom. This noir adventure sets the striking tone for this 5-chapter thriller, pushing players to carefully read through every clue, letter, and hidden note. Interactive puzzles weave seamlessly into the narrative, unveiling locked passages and underground chambers as Debbie digs deeper into the house's tragic history. Serving as a prequel to the adventure game Unmemory, Your House is the kind of atmospheric story-centric experience that rewards curiosity, offering rich twists and revelations at every turn. Limit is a post-apocalyptic action RPG set in the ruins of Heaven's Well, the last city of humankind. After the collapse of the artificial ecosystem and the spread of a strange substance known as the Mud, civilization has crumbled, and humanity's future depends on the few who can stand against the twisted creatures lurking in the ashes. Players assume the role of a blader, a new life form created by a mysterious technology, where they must explore flooded sewers, patchwork slums, and a towering city in the sky, all while piecing together clues about what caused civilization's downfall. Combat demands precisely timing a strategic approach, with weapon variety playing a key role in how you survive. You'll juggle a mix of melee combos, ranged attacks, and transformable abilities, building up your sync rate for a boost in power. So whether you're dodging enemies or unraveling the memories attached to scattered relics, every step does bring you closer to the truth behind the world's horrific transformation. Limit looks to combine intense action and challenging battles with a haunting narrative, offering an immersive journey through a place where hope has all but vanished. Kotaro Uchikoshi's earliest works helped shape modern visual novels, and these two classics are finally seeing an official release after more than 2 decades. Ever 17 and Never 7 both spin unforgettable sci-fi mysteries steeped in branching narratives, each forcing players to uncover shocking secrets hidden behind the veneer of mundane settings. Ever 17 traps you in an underwater theme park called Lemieux, where survival means solving riddles and forging bonds with fellow survivors. Never 7, on the other hand, hands you the fate of a seminar camp where a recurring nightmare may be more than just a bad dream. Both titles offer a point-and-click style progression system, with each choice shifting your fate towards multiple endings, some romantic, some tragic. Fans of Uchikoshi-san's later Zero Escape series will feel right at home navigating each game's mind-bending storyline, so whether you're tackling heartbreak or unraveling conspiracies beneath the waves, Ever 17 Never 7 Double Pack sets the stage for the kind of genre-defining twist that Uchikoshi-san would refine in his future projects. For longtime fans or curious newcomers, there's no better way to experience the roots of one of visual novel's most beloved storytellers. Gal Guardian's Servants of the Dark brings gothic-inspired 2D action to a grander scale, trading a single castle for the entire demon realm in a sprawling Metroidvania. The game's new protagonists, Kitika and Masha, each wield distinct combat styles, where Kitika excels at range attacks with her demonic guns, and Masha relies on a whip for close encounters. Their ability expands through sub-weapons, relics, and hidden upgrades, opening up new paths and strategies as you fight to revive the Demon Lord and restore the ruined castle that serves as your home base. Between puzzle Zelda-like exploration, and fast-paced boss battles, this entry emphasizes switching between the sisters on the fly, whether you're uncovering secret passages or delivering the final blow. Additional demon allies you revive along the way fortify your headquarters with valuable support features, culminating in a lively cast of characters ready to face the legion of demon hunters from the human realm. Should also be mentioned that you can tackle this game solo or in co-op, but no matter how you play, Gal Guardian Servants of the Dark promises an immersive, side-scrolling odyssey full of inventive level design, robust mechanics, and that classic gothic flair that the series is known for. Oh, and there's maids, so that's a big plus. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you'll be playing in the comments below. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers providing independent gaming coverage through news, reviews, previews, and more. Check out our Patreon to help support our continued growth, and subscribe to keep up with all our future content.
Noisy Pixel.